There I am. There it's going. We have everything's a little screwed up here, but we're working on it. All right. It's time for Survival Saturday. And tonight's topic is after the insect invasion, what are your plans? And just bring me up here like this. And let's get in there and say hi to everybody. We got more comments rolling in here. So let's see. Okay, so first one in was Chef Tech, and then Crew 1351, then Phelan Clan Wolf, then Troop 1351, and then Geeky Gardens, then Diana, and then everybody's talking back and forth, saying hi and talking about stuff, and then Kane Corso came in. Well, sort of a bug in the system tonight. I just got finished setting up the power station to as a backup power supply for the office here. And so to do that, I had to unplug it, the computers, plug it in, plug the computers back into it, and then it decided to do all sorts of screwy stuff, and I had to reset all the settings on the computers and stuff. Yeah, so I was there busy fixing stuff here at the last minute when I started the countdown about 3 minutes late or 2 minutes late. So yeah. All righty. Anyways, all right. With that, we let's get all the welcomes done, and I stopped it again early because I getting a little flustered here with stuff. So let's bring this back up again, and continue on. So warning, danger, Will Robinson, possible fear porn, Kool-Aid fantasy drinking zone ahead. But wait a minute. Then again, possible, possibly not. And ooh. Okay, so the reason why it's not fear porn, because this happens all the friggin' time, folks. And Moon Over Miami's in the house. Woo! And hang on, I got to change the background because the background you used to see it, they're flashing around, is from what I do use in the morning when I'm editing the books and stuff. So I need to go to here and let's toss one that's more appropriate to it up there. Oh, that one I think will work. Yeah. All right. So cause for an insect invasion. Insect invasion. If I get my tongue untied here. And I almost forgot. Control C. All right, this is for Mark. All right. So, causes for an insect invasion, man-made on purpose. This one's debatable. As far as it, because Mother Nature and oh,
you know I got to change it up all the time. I just have fun doing that shit.
Yeah, that one was good. That one is a good one. And it's not a ladybug. It's one of those other bugs that look like a ladybug, but it's not different colored right. Spots.
I'm just here to bug you.
Yeah. So man-made. Even though Mother Nature does this on cycles and a whole bunch of things, but sometimes man can screw up and do it on purpose by mistake.
Or they could do it on purpose, like dropping a couple 100 million mosquitoes infected with something over Florida. That did happen.
Well, yeah, we're talking about this. So we're talking about insect invasion. We're probably talking more here along the lines of the plagues of Egypt type stuff. The grasshoppers and stuff like it come in and just gobble up all the plants
food
and stuff. Yeah,
God made that happen, so that's a different theory there.
Yeah, but so the on purpose type thing is like, oh, wait a minute, we got all the crops out there. We need to kill this one particular pest that nibbles on the crops a little bit, but eats up all the other insects. All right, so but we're going to get rid of it. And so what happens after a couple of years? All of a sudden, the other insects that do more damage to the crops, poof, they have an explosion because their predator one is no longer there.
That's where you need to release a couple 100 million praying mantises into the fields.
Yeah.
They eat everything. And they might get caught up in the combine and that, and they got no place to lay their eggs. But, you put up a couple poles and things and bushes where they can lay their eggs in it, you're good.
Yeah. So, man-made on purpose by mistake, on purpose to take out one thing, accidentally mistake causes other ones to go. Man is, we're not going to let the fires, or we're going to put fires out so they don't burn through this area here. And wow, all the bad insects that usually get burnt up in the normal Mother Nature cycle of burning the underbrush and stuff, they survive, and all of a sudden, their numbers are getting too big for where they're at. And what do? They fly off into other areas and attack other areas. So, yeah, this one here is not really a far-fetched one because it's been documented a lot of times. As far as grasshopper goes, for all the pioneers going across the plains, it's not talked about in school much, but there's plenty of documentation of them going across in the area where they were trying to graze the cattle and the horses and stuff as they're crossing the plains and stuff. The cricket hordes and the locusts come in and yeah, they had some of the wagon trains had tough times getting across there. And Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the house. All right, hang on, goop out of my eyes here. All right, so so Mother Nature causes it, absolutely. On cycles, yeah, look at the cicada bugs, although they're more of a nuisance pest than they are a destroying the food and stuff.
They really don't eat. Cicadas don't really eat much.
No, but they piss on everybody.
Oh, they irritate me when I'm trying to do a live stream outside and I got one buzzing 3 inches away from my head.
Yeah. But there's I saw some videos this last summer, last time when they were coming out there. Was it this last spring or something?
The 17-year ones, the red ones.
Yeah, whichever ones it was, they were in the trees and people walking. All of a sudden, you get stuff falling down on them. Well, that's the bugs pissing on them. Mitigation. No, as far as we go, all we can do is be prepared to deal with it. As far as
raid.
Yeah. that too. But it's try to do things natural way and stuff like you said. It's time for them. It's time for the one species to come in. Well, let's bring in a bunch of praying mantis or something else, or if it's the
There's a couple bugs out there that are beneficial.
Bugs that you have. It's like sort of like the tomato horn moth and turns into the tomato horn worm and stuff like that. Yeah. There's some parasitic wasps that are friendly to the garden. They don't sting people, and they take out the harmful insects and stuff.
Yeah, don't forget about on your semi-man-made, whether or not they did it on purpose. You got the lantern fly that's taken over everywhere. You want to talk about getting peed on?
Yeah.
When those things are all up in the trees, it rains and it's sticky and it's all over my deck all the time. And then you got the stink bug, same problem.
Yeah.
Where did they come from? China. Oh, it must have hitched a ride on a boat. Yeah, sure it did.
Yeah, exactly. But mitigation, for what can we do to prevent it? Not much we can do to prevent it. We can try to prevent the impact of it for certain bugs. You can do different things for different bugs. We can do like if you got to walk in the city and you know the trees going down the city plants planted on the sidewalks that you got to walk underneath, and you know they're going to be full of either the lantern bugs or the cicadas or a couple of the other ones that do droppings on whoever walks by there, just doing it constant. Remember to take an umbrella to work, even though the sun is shining.
Yeah, think about some of these flies, like lantern flies. In nature, animals with bright colors are generally toxic. Well, some animals or bugs generate bright colors just to not get eaten. So the birds won't eat stink bugs and they won't eat lantern flies. Yeah. There's no natural mitigation unless you bring in another bug from China that might take care of it, but that has its own problems and ramifications.
Yep.
So we're kind of stuck with them. I can just go at them with the that bug sodium chloride assault thing. And my wife, I bought 2 of them. When they start coming up the trees and that, we start seeing them walk by as nymphs. Oh, my wife is at, man, the look she gets on her face, she's just like, yeah, get some. I'm like, oh my God, my wife's gone crazy.
Well, it's let me take this down for a second. My wife for the last 2 years there's been the white fly.
That's a California thing.
Yeah, well, it came from another state, and
that came from China,
it's
probably
all over the citrus trees there. And she's when it gets bad, she gets out there and she spends a couple hours out there with the garden hose with the either the spray nozzle where the multi-head adjuster where it does a jet, or she does it where it does the high pressure fan on it, and she's knocking the leaves off. And once you knock those things off of the leaves of the citrus trees, they die because the fly will lay the eggs, and not what you see now. All the white spots up there are the
eggs.
The eggs or the larvae. And she gets out there, starts. She'll spend hours out there when it gets to a certain point, waiting. She's waiting for it to get the right point so she can kill them at the right time. Because if you knock them off at the wrong time, then they just kind of crawl back up there again.
Right.
Shady Hill Homestead just came in. So yeah, there are a bunch of them that, as far as mitigation and recovery go, it's one of those things that's it's a pain in the butt, especially if you don't want to use pesticides on your garden. Gee, who would have thought you don't want to use pesticides on your garden, that the pesticides are oil-based and going to get into the food, then now you're contaminated with the pesticide.
Yeah, whatever.
So, so there are some of those things to do it, and you can't always bring in a team. Hey, I tried to bring in the team here, but they're not always effective with doing that. But there are things to look at. You got to do the research for the pests that are in your area. I know that Courtney at Wide Family Farm has been putting out a bunch of videos about lantern fly there.
Oh, she got lantern flies too?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And they're fighting it big there in Ohio because it butts right up against Western Pennsylvania.
That's where they all started, up in PA, and now they're everywhere down here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the extra winter freeze, because when you get we'll call it a bad winter, when it stays warm and warm and warm, and the larva or the eggs in that are like, okay, it can't really hatch yet, and then you get a super deep freeze, and then it gets warm again, and they start to hatch, and then it gets stupid cold again. That kills them naturally.
Yeah.
But it depends, and they don't lay their eggs underground. They're on tree branches.
Yep.
So yeah, bushes and specific bushes in particular, but they pretty much lay them on anything except for pine trees.
All right, and how the garden came in. So we got two Floridians here. All right. Yeah. So when dealing with this stuff, I mean, there are some good natural and semi-natural remedies for it, where it doesn't harm the plants, it doesn't harm the ground, and it doesn't harm the good bugs. But you got to be very selective on certain to get the right ones that's not going to harm the good bugs, but it's going to take out the bad ones.
There's a certain kind of, it's a clay. It's a spray on clay for fruits. Once they start to fruit, you spray them, because we all know you get that one annoying bug that takes just one bite out of your apple, one little tiny bite, and you got this little pinhole in the skin, and you'll get a little brown spot underneath it. Yeah, you can cut it out. And but yeah, there's some kind of clay. It's
diatomaceous earth.
Nope. It's not diatomaceous earth.
One of them. The other one
is on there, and it washes right off.
Yeah, Howie's talked about that a bunch too as well. But he goes, you can use either diatomaceous earth or the clay. What's it? It's a red clay. And but yeah, you mix it up in a sprayer, and you spray it on, and then it dries on there, and it just keeps
the bugs off of it.
Yeah,
and they look weird, but when you pick it, it just washes up. That's the thing. Yeah. If you get a heavy rainstorm afterwards,
it's clean.
Yeah, you gotta go reapply.
Yeah. Bentonite clay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. But yeah, there are several things, and some of them now that they're talking about doing what you can also mix in for certain things. So these are more not for the pest, but for the growths on there. You can do make a mixture of milk and dilute it and spray it on there, or baking soda and spray it on there. And what's the other natural chemical spray?
Right on your fruits and vegetables, or on the plants?
Right, you mix it. It's diluted. You spray it on there, and if you have the like on your squash, you'll get the white mold or whatever, or
powdery mildew.
Powdery mildew. Either one of those will take care of that. But there are certain bugs. They also that the bugs don't like it either. So there's certain insects you can do. So it's like, oh, we got this and this. All right, time to spray the baking soda, or time to spray the milk, or time to spray this. I can't remember the other one. Oh, it's just had it too.
Oh, Shitty Hill just said the other clay is kaolin clay. Yeah, that one rings more of a bell than the bentonite.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do naturally. It doesn't kill anything. It just keeps them from eating your harvest.
Yeah. And so there are, things you can put on, things you can do that with. There are some, there is of course, but it takes more things out, more things than what sometimes you may want is the insecticidal soap.
Neem oil.
Yeah. And then there's the, oh man, I had this all memorized, everything down.
There was one we used to use. I don't know if it's good for the food or not, but on like our little Norfolk pine trees, we get mites on. It was Schultz's instant insect spray used to be a thing.
Yeah. But
I didn't see a comment disappear, Diana. Oh, watch your settings. Sometimes they put it on your chat settings.
Yeah, make sure it's on live and not up at the very top. If you have it on top settings or top chat, it'll eliminate ones that the AI doesn't consider. It's not totally eliminated. You can't see it. You go to live chat and it shows absolutely everything in there.
Yeah.
And
pyrethrin. Yeah.
I'm trying to see where look back here because on StreamYard it shows everything. Well, it's supposed to, but the last 3 days it's been monkeying up and not showing everything on StreamYard that's on YouTube, and sometimes YouTube won't show it, but it will be on StreamYard. So
yeah, pyrethrin they just mentioned.
Yeah.
Or permethrin or whatever it is.
There we go. It's up there. Yeah, that's another one. But there are some neat ones that have been kind of shunned because of the PR machine of Ortho and Monsanto. You got to use ours because ours is what works. At natural stuff doesn't work.
I'm just gonna break out the 1930s can of DDT I got in my shed. Put in the little puffer thing, the little hand puffer pump.
Yeah,
puff it out there, shoot it on kids in the swimming pool, and let them smile. But it's good for you.
The melathion too. Don't forget the melathion.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And the chloridane.
Yeah, chloridane. Oh, my grandfather used to have that stuff. He'd spray that in all the bees' nests.
Yeah. My grandmother, about 2 or 3 years before I got married, her house was a conglomeration of houses that were put together after World War II there in the San Francisco Bay Area. They pulled a bunch of the housing when they cleared the housing out of Port Chicago and shut it down because it was no longer a massive weapons, munition loading thing for the Pacific. And anyways, there was a water tower that got built around by the different pieces of houses. Up in the top of it, there was an opening, and she had a lot of bees up there.
Ooh.
And she's standing out there with a sprayer shooting out on a stream, shooting it up there 16 feet into the air. And she sprayed it so much, it was just pouring down onto the grass underneath her. 3 days later, that grass was dead too.
Well, imagine that.
Yeah, but yeah, there's we got back in the 50s and 60s. You were told use this, use that. This is the great thing for taking care of the pest. Yeah, and also these poison there affects us.
They didn't know back then. Yeah, my dad had chloridane in the garage. Can't buy it anymore, so I only use it when I need it because they won't let you buy it anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever. And yeah, he'd spray it. If you were downwind, you smelled it. It's like, what am I? Back then, it's like, it stinks. Yeah. Now it's like, oh my God, I breathe that shit in. Now what? No wonder why I'm like I am.
When my grandmother passed away, she had 2 full gallons of it in the brown bottles that looked like a
with the skull and crossbones on it. Yep.
Well, and anyway, so I took one of it because this was back in 80. She passed away in 87. And no, she passed away in 88. She passed away in 88. And so I got one. My brother took the other one. There was no big things about how bad it was. That they said, don't use it, but they weren't saying why. But so we kept it for a specific thing called a termite around the houses. We just put it and just mix it and just spray it close to the ground, so not a spray but a stream, and just go and take care of the termites. Survived 7 dust.
It's 7. That was that's it. I remember 7.
My mom used to use 7 all over the place.
Oh, yeah. My mom did too on all the vegetables and stuff. It's fine. Okay. We'll just wash it off. Well, little did we know.
Yeah. So, mitigation beforehand, getting the supplies and stuff, getting the developing a garden that brings in beneficial insects that'll help protect your garden. So whatever you're going, planting certain plants that chase certain pests off. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. Do grasshoppers? I'll look it up here in a second. Anyway,
You froze. Do grasshoppers what?
Shy away from marigolds?
I don't know.
There are certain plants that certain insects will shy away from.
When grasshoppers go rogue, that's when they turn into locusts. They turn red.
Yeah, they actually mutate.
Yeah,
and within a couple hours they mutate.
Yeah, and that's usually because there was so much food around, and they bred like prolifically, and then all of a sudden there's a drought 2 years later, and 8 million grasshoppers need food, and now they're hungry, and they go into Snickers mode.
They become a berserker.
Yeah, and they turn red, and they just wipe out everything because their goal is to survive.
Yeah. All right. Let me go over here, back here, and so recovery is what we is have extra seeds so you plant again and whatever you need to do to recover from the insect invasion. Fortunately, I have not seen this. My great grandmother did see something like this up in northern Idaho.
That was locust invasion.
Yeah. Only it wasn't grasshoppers. It was crickets.
Those are crickets.
The same thing that hit in Utah back in 1848.
I don't think crickets don't fly. So that picture you're showing is not crickets. Those are locusts.
I know. This is the grasshoppers, but the cricket invasion there with the seagulls from the Great Salt Lake. The seagulls just came over and just just gorging themselves on it, going back, getting dehydrated, drinking the salt water, and barfing out all the crickets they ate. Oh, we're hungry again. Going back, and that's that was happening to was it 48 or 49 then in there. But yeah, it's happened several times across the plains where the crickets or the grasshoppers go rogue on everybody. So hey, nothing. Yeah. I was looking at I see about 25 in there.
Yeah, but if you roast them and deep fry them, they're tasty.
Well, knock yourself out.
Kidding. They eat them over in the Philippines and that or wherever.
Yeah. I put this one up here Pacific because there's no crops around. This is in the city over there.
They were migrating from place to place, trying to find food, and they just happened to go right through a city.
Yeah. I think it's the last one. No, there we go. Yeah, so your insects invasions can happen. All different types of insects, different parts of the country, different types of insects. And what's bad is when, like this, the lanternfly, when they come from one country and they get imported into another country.
Yeah, no natural predators. They take off.
Yeah.
I'm sure some weird bird will appear out of nowhere because somebody's going to bring one over that eats them, and they're going to kill all the other birds and take their nests and all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happens. All right, let me put something up here now. So I'm going to type in here, what plant repels grasshoppers?
Nothing.
Yes. Oh, yes. So we have natural grasshopper repellent plants, strong scents, herbs, flowers around your garden perimeter, such as
cilantro,
horehound.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta make it bigger.
Yeah.
There we go. Calendula, garlic, rosemary, lavender, sage.
Yeah. Oh,
marigolds.
Oh, marigolds.
Forsythia.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
But yeah. So hey, And then, of course, you hit down here, and then it adds in rosemary in there and sage listed.
Lemon balm. I'm good.
Hey, woohoo!
Explains why I don't have any grasshoppers on my land.
I am looking forward to finding out if the lemon balm I planted out here, if it's seeded enough so it'll come back this spring. And if it does, I'm taking some across the street and planting it over there by the garage across the street, because on the west side of the garage, the grasshoppers just.
That's a good freeze picture.
So yeah, the grasshoppers just focus on that area over by the garage over there.
Yeah. Did you plant all the lemon balm up against your foundation?
No, I didn't put it in the ground. It's still in. I was just putting it in the raised IBC planter bed here.
So the lemon balm goes best for me on the front back of my house. Is the front faces southeast, the back faces northwest, and they go great along the foundation on the northwest side. Okay. So they get a little bit of sunlight, but not a lot, but they're against the foundation, which is like the worst soil. It's all backfill, but it gets lots of water from the gutters and stuff or whatever. It just loves it. I mean, the dirt, I can't pull them out because the dirt is so hard. But yeah, so the northwest side of your house, if you have one, plant it along the foundation. Yeah, cut it off the lawnmower. Who cares? It keeps coming back.
Yeah. So I'll be I got peppermint, I got spearmint growing out in front now, as well as in back, and I got lemon balm in here, and I'll be spreading that around too. And
lemon balm grows two ways. It seeds itself. It also grows on. It also roots itself underground.
Yeah. I got garlic go in. I got a bunch of garlic in. I got a bunch of, they're overwintering. But my wife wants me to wants to do said to plant marigolds, because Eli, the grandson with the autism, loves marigolds. Okay. So we're planting a bunch of marigolds too around, especially around the areas we're going to be planting food and help chase stuff off. And so I do have however, the one plant I got that's going hog wild in her office in here, the citronella, won't survive outside.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. All I can do is try to, over the winter, start planting a bunch of little pots. And so as soon as I can take it out after the last freeze, plant a bunch of it out there and let it grow and chase off some bugs too. But all right, so crickets, probably the same things pretty much for crickets.
Crickets don't. What do crickets eat?
Marigolds, basil, mint, lavender, sage.
That's to get rid of them. What do crickets actually eat? I don't have cricket problems. They live in my grass, because I know when I cut the low area of my culvert, I got like these micro crickets, like millions of them jumping everywhere. But I don't see them in my garden. They probably just eat grass and rotted grass. Yeah, grass.
Grass, seeds, aphids, and fruit.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they were on the peach and apricot trees. Mm. The grasshoppers weren't, but the crickets were. So, and then of course, one of the big problems I have for peaches and apricots and apples is the stupid earwigs.
Well, it says they're omnivorous, so they eat plants, fungi, decaying organic matter, and other insects. So, sure. They decaying matter, so it's not going to eat your. I don't think it's eating the fruit. It's probably after a fruit that's going rotten on the vine.
Well, there's nothing. The fruit was not given a chance to go rotten on the trees.
Maybe they were a different kind of Chinese cricket.
Yeah. So What repels? Earwigs.
Fish sauce. No, it attracts them. They
Lavender,
drown it.
lever, mint, rosemary, thyme, and basil.
I get earwigs growing on my deck rails underneath the basil plant, so I kind of poo-poo on that one.
Yeah, basil isn't a strong repellent, but some of the others might be. I don't know. But
wormwood. Yeah, I'm gonna grow wormwood.
Eucalyptus. Yeah. Sorry, eucalyptus trees won't survive up here. And yeah.
I had earwigs in my basement, like lots of them, and I was just finding them everywhere. I took the little short plastic, the little plastic containers you get with like egg salad in it or whatever at the store. I have a bunch of those. I put about a half inch of water in there and just drizzled a little bit of olive oil on top of it. Put a lid on it, cut a hole in the lid, and one of them where I was seeing the most, I just left it alone. And I'm like, okay, before I kick it, let me move it. It was black. There must have been 100 dead earwigs. They drown in it. They get in there, they touch the oil, they can't get out, they drown.
Interesting. Assassin bugs, which are okay. Centipedes, certain spiders, ground beetles, and yellow jackets eat earwigs.
Okay. Not that I want yellow jackets anywhere. I've been killing those.
Me neither. Not with the grandsons, because they had some start making a nest over there across the street, and when Oliver got stung, I went over there with a blowtorch, found the hole, fired up that 500,000 BTU blowtorch, and stuck it down in there, and yeah, just cooked the ground right there.
Yep.
So ground beetles actively feed on earwigs.
Actually, if you find a yellow jacket hole, the ones that live underground, just wait till it gets dark and they're all back inside except for the stragglers that couldn't make it home and are sleeping somewhere in a tree. Take your heel, just cover the hole up, and go get some of that 30% vinegar and pour it all over the ground. Yeah, it'll kill the grass everywhere. Pour it all over the ground. It'll soak through, and gone.
Well, yeah. After the guys cut down the trees out here, the next spring after they cut down the trees, there was a yellow jacket nest out there, big one. And so I went out there at night with my 45% jug, and I just poured it down the hole.
Yep.
Oh man, it's like I just poured it down there. You can hear down inside them. Go faster, pour out faster. I'm just pouring out as fast as I can. I'm bucking away. Next day, there's just dead yellow jackets all over out there.
If you take that and mix just a little, see, bugs breathe through their skin.
Yep.
And so if you mix a little bit of some kind of a liquid blue soap with it, won't say a name, just a little bit. That's all it takes. It acts as a wetting agent, so the water doesn't shed off of them or the acid or whatever. It sticks to them.
Oh yeah.
And they drown in the air. Works great.
Yeah, if they're breathing through their skin, that stuff gets in the vapor from in there, just burns them up from the inside. Then.
Yep.
All right. So let's try to think. What else there was? There's something else, because I have a jug made up that is a tablespoon of that nice blue
detergent, dish detergent. Yep.
Salt. I wrote the formula on it in permanent marker.
If you just dissolve salt, whatever. I have a better one for ants. I love the borax is great.
Yeah, you have the soap, the baking soda. What? can't remember what else. It's on it. Oh, and a little bit of Epsom salt in there as well. There's like 4 or 5 ingredients. It's all written down on the jug. So I go, okay, this is what I'm putting in it. There's the mixture, and go.
Yeah, you
go.
did a video on that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I did. I had an ant problem in my cabin, and apparently these little ants, love the new pink insulation, which is not like the old pink insulation. And they moved into the cabin. And I knew where they were at, because I'd come in and be like little bits of insulation on everything coming through the cracks in the wood I had to use for my ceiling during the pandemic. And so I did a lot of research in that. It's borax, sugar, water. That's it.
Yep.
And it was like a liquid. And I literally put a bracket on the wall. And actually, one of them's still up there. The whole jar is just black inside. The ants will go in there, either die in the jar, or they drink it because of the sugar content, take it back to the nest and feed it, and the queen eats it and she dies. And apparently that's what happened, because I haven't seen an ant anywhere in 2 years now.
Yeah.
Just don't let your animals get it. It's borax, which you can buy at Lowe's. You can buy it at the supermarket. It's, laundry
Walmart has two. The Walmart here has 2 different types of borax.
Nah, you need the 7 mule borax, not the generic brand.
Both 20 mule team, but one says it's for this and one says it's for that, and it has different things on it. So they've added things to the one or whatever, did something to it. So, but yeah, one is for more cleaning and industrial stuff. The other one's for tossing in your washing machine.
Right. I just buy the regular box of stuff, do my formula with that, sugar, water, and a little borax in it. They love the sugar. They're attracted to the sugar. I take mason jars, fill it, don't fill it. I put about a third in there, lay the jar down and see where the level is, and poke a bunch of holes in it for the ants to climb through. Then I'll dribble some all around it so their little scouts find it. And then they start accumulating, and they start climbing up into the jar and taking it back to the nest, gone. Or they climb. I have a couple of them, the jars, it was a little too strong. Oh, the whole jar, like I said, it is just black. I will pull it down this year. It's still sitting mounted 8 feet up on the wall. I can't reach it. I got to get the ladder inside. Yeah. But I'll pull it down and I'll take pictures of it and send it to you and be like, hey, that's what happens when you mix borax, sugar, and water, whatever the ratio was. And let the ants have it. And they got it. And they all died in it. I'm good with that.
Yep. Get something ready over here. There we go. But yeah. And the thing is, these bugs come around in cycles. The one cicada is what did you say, 17 years or 14 years?
Oh, you got the 17-year, you got a 7-year, and then there's the annual. We have annual ones around here too.
Yeah.
Every year they come out. There's not a lot of them. The 17-year ones are the ones that are red. Those are smaller than the regular cicadas that are green, and they're just everywhere. I mean, you see swarms of them flying across the highway. You better roll your window up, because if you hit them at 70 miles an hour, swarm them, you're not going to see anything out your windshield.
There we go. Interesting. We across the street there is a big female box elder tree, and box elder bugs only congregate on the female trees. They leave the male trees alone. Now, I'm not being sexist. That's what I looked it all up, and it says if you have the box elder bugs, which we had in California, we got up here. It come and go up here because we go over there and I spray a lot of the vinegar around it and stuff, and it kills them. But it says if you want to keep the box elder bugs away from your garden and stuff, chrysanthemums or
which one? Which? Show me a picture of a box. Are those the red ones? Yep. Oh my God, I got millions of them out in my garden. Holy crap. Yep.
Yeah. And see,
I don't have any box elder. They live on they like thrive around my raised beds.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved decaying leaves,
Oh,
straw, stuff like that. They are, yeah, they're
okay.
compost. They love compost.
Well, that's why they like my garden beds because that's where all my compost goes.
But yeah, the mums, lavender, sage, and mint.
Hmm.
So if my mints out front survive the winter, we're going to be taking a bunch of the mints over and planting them in the one area around the box elder tree over there.
Right.
And
I got mint everywhere. Just
may go ahead and
weed
plant
everywhere.
some chrysanthemums over there too.
Yeah,
Because
mint will take over. It will take just like lemon balm. It'll just take over. They're in the same genus. They just take over.
yeah. Well, the pretty much what anything green over there around that area, the chickens eat.
Yeah, but will the chickens eat box elder bugs?
A little bit. They will eat some until they'll eat some, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we've had enough of these stinky things.
Yeah, they're red. That's the thing. Animals know other animals. They just like people know people that have bright colors tend to
Yeah.
be toxic. Sort of like some people that have colored hair and stuff tend to be toxic.
Okay, I'm going to make a comment here in a minute. Just remind me about say biblical them they us. But see, it's not actually red. It's more of an for all the ones we see. The little baby ones are red.
Right. The ones I see look like that picture. Both those pictures when they're red, and then the ones that are black with the little red stripes on them. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the baby ones are more red, and then they start getting up, and it turns orange when they get older. But Tammy says, "Don't go there, Mark."
All right.
All right. Before we, I'm gonna give a wrap up here. Just getting that time. So tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, I'll be working on starting chapter 3 of book 2, editing through it and going through it. And then chapter 3 is a fairly huge one. It has several sub chapters in it. I don't think I'll get it all done. Probably maybe get half of it done, and then we'll finish that up on Monday morning. Monday night is on Camp Patton Family Compound is canning lamb. And of course, after we talk about canning lamb, we'll talk about freeze drying lamb.
Or just cooking lamb in general.
Yeah, just making lamb thing, all sorts of stuff. Lamb by itself, lamb in a stew, lamb on this. Yeah, we'll talk about all sorts of things with lamb. And Monday through Friday, it's 9 o'clock. It's not 9 o'clock my time, so that's 11 o'clock Eastern time is for reviewing the novels and stuff and editing them. Tuesday is bugging in mistakes, aka shelter in place mistakes. And so we're going to talk about, when it comes to people, I'm going to need to bug in things they forget to do and mistakes they make about when they do it. Yeah. Friday on Camp Patton is what foods do you need in your pantry? So it's going to be, we're going to be talking about what foods you need, you should be storing in your pantry to help you have a well-rounded pantry. Of course, Thursday night is the midnight ride with Gray Man Prepping, and Saturday's Shadow Scout Swedes live stream that I'll be streaming as well is what 10 preps help you sleep at night.
All of them.
Now for my biblical thing. So before we get out of here, in the New Testament, the demons referred to themselves as we, they, them.
Yep. Yep. We are legion.
Saying with all these weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tammy told me not to go there, and here we
Hey,
are.
It's I'll go there on that one because I know where I'm just cutting the line short. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, that's your joke for the night, folks. Well, I know it's not a real funny joke, but it's a joke. All right, everyone. So just to remind everyone, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill, like learn the skill of how to keep the pests out of your garden. And also start planning your garden for the spring. Yes, some areas are still getting cold, really cold and stuff, but I have a feeling that when it comes, it's going to go from winter to summer, just like that back east. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night.